Hello and welcome to an Not So Awesome review. And today we're looking at the Marvel Legends Wolverine action figure by Hasbro. This is part of the Apocalypse Build-A-Figure wave. And main thing to note here is that this is mostly, I'm saying mostly because it is a little different, but it is mostly just a repaint of the older brown suit Wolverine that we got. I believe it was like 2 years ago, and then we had the classic one that came with the card thing. So yeah, you've seen this Wolverine before. If you mess with that Wolverine, you pretty much know what you're getting here, and that's not a bad thing because that was a good Wolverine. It's actually probably one of the best figures articulation wise that I own for Marvel Legends. He can definitely do a lot, and this guy is no exception. He can do a lot. Notable differences. Obviously, he is wearing his X-Men suit, tiger stripe suit, if you want to. I'm saying X-Men because Uncanny X-Men had the brown suit, of course, Claremont, and that lasted a good while. Then Jim Lee came in. He did use the brown suit for a couple issues, and then switched over to this one, and this is the one most people grew up watching the animated series, and it's probably his most iconic suit. Even his newer ones are all just variations of this one with the stripes, kind of different, the blue in different places. But for the most part, people growing up in the 90s, when you ask them, well, or just mention Wolverine, this is pretty much what they picture. This or Hugh Jackman, of course. But anyways, this figure does come with a couple of pairs of hands. He comes with his clawed hands, and he comes with a pair of fists without the claws. The only difference between them, honestly, is just the fact that the fist hands don't have the pegs for the claws. These ones do, and they actually fix the claws, which, if you remember the old one, which I actually have right here, one big issue with the claws was that, well, they didn't stay straight, especially in the packaging. I mean, this one here, yeah, even the middle one isn't in a good position. You would have to heat them up, put them in cold water to get them in that position that you want, and it was a pain. I don't know if they updated it in the other version that came carded. I don't think it was that different. These ones are actually removable from the hand and posable, and it's a good thing and it's an annoying thing at the same time. So it's a good thing in the sense that if you want to get them straight, there you go. If you want, for whatever reason, to have them wide, well, there you go. But at the same time, you're messing with him, something like that's going to happen. You're going to end up having to keep reorientating them. And another thing is they do pop off, and they pop off fairly easily, which is cool if you want to have like one claw out for special reasons. But annoying in the fact that you could lose one, and it's so small that, yeah, it's very possible. Obviously, be careful, you don't want to break them either. But overall, I think whoever's idea it was to make these kind of removable and movable and stuff, good on you, because it definitely solves the problem that we've had with the claws, and I love it. It's a great idea. And yeah, so the suit looks good. The black tiger stripes came out pretty good. There is some black blotching kind of like on his back here, and I believe, yeah, a big one right here on his left shoulder. So it's not the perfect paint job that you would hope. There's a little bit of yellow in the black there. Is it annoying? Yeah, but obviously, it will vary figure by figure. I got mine on Amazon, so I didn't really get to choose or anything. If you get a chance, obviously, like I always say, look over, see what you can get, see what has the best paint job. But, you can actually get him pretty cheap, surprisingly enough. $23 Amazon Prime, link down below. Check it out if you guys want an affiliate link, just saying, it helps me out, helps the channel out. But yeah, if you want one, check out Amazon. He keeps getting stock pretty regularly for about $23 and $25 at the highest I've seen him. So that's good, because I'm definitely not happy what happened with the original Wolverine, where he was the most difficult one to get from the wave. Yes, he's wearing a suit that isn't that great. I know, this is like really back when I first started. Might actually make one for him, and I've gotten way better, so just putting that out there. If I do it, only going to leave it on if it looks good, but we'll see. That's a completely different video. But anyways, yeah, so the other Wolverine, like I was saying, he never actually dropped below 20. I've never saw him drop below $20. I got the entire X-Men wave for about $10, but that Wolverine I did have to pay $20 for, so it's good to see that this one isn't selling out like crazy, especially considering what he's wearing. But anyways, articulation-wise, it's what you would expect. Like I said, his head can look up about that much, which isn't the greatest, but add that ab, and he can look straight up basically, or straight forward flying, so it's not horrible at all. He can look down all the way. He can look left. He can look right. He can't pivot side to side, unfortunately. And I've seen a lot of people wanting like his little, I don't even know what you want to call it. I want to say ear things going all the way out. I can see why, because combat accuracy wise, I don't even think they go back here. I think they're just out like that. So uh, I don't really care, honestly, but just putting it out there that yeah, they are more back than a lot of people want. And his ab crunch has a squeak, which is weird. Anyways, he can go forward that far, go back that much, and that squeaking is really weird because he didn't have it when I took it out of the packaging. That kind of just developed out of nowhere one day. But anyways, he does have a butterfly joint that can go back about that far, can go forward that far. This doesn't really get in the way too much. It moves forward, it moves back. You can actually unhinge it and take it off if you really wanted to, which is cool. I don't know why you would, but you can if you want to. His arm can only go up about, there we go, that much. So it's not completely level. That's probably the most annoying thing for me. You can go all the way around. You just kind of mess with the little shoulder piece. And again, just like with other figures, if you wanted him to have his arm straight out for whatever reason, you can do something like that where you kind of mess with it, I should say, and it gets a thing, but it looks off. It worked better with the Batman from yesterday, but with Wolverine here, yeah, it does look a little bit off, but you can get his arm going straight if you really want to rotate it like that. He does have the double jointed elbow. That isn't the best, but it isn't the worst either, considering his giant muscle right there. Rotation at the wrist and a hinge back and forward, and like I said, all of the claws are movable and removable if you wanted them to be. It does have a waist twist right there. The belt is detached, and you want it on the upper part of the waist above the crotch, just so that it looks good. And I mean, if you lower it, it doesn't look, yeah, it doesn't look that good. So trust me, just leave it up where it is. Leg wise, it can kick up that much, which is really good. Can kick back, at least it's noticeable, so I'll say that. And he does have upper thigh rotation, double jointed knees that do really good. He has boot rotation, and his leg can go forward a little bit, back a lot of it, and he does have his ankle pivot. So like I said, it's nothing new, nothing we haven't seen before. The biggest differences between this one and the older one is the paint job and the shoulder blades right here, and the muscles are actually detailed a lot better. He has like veiny muscles going on. They look a lot rougher as opposed to the original one, where his arm was more smooth and everything. You can see there is a difference in the arms. They added some detail there. I think the forearm up here is actually a little bit thicker than this one. Even the muscles back here are different. So the arms are basically completely redone, which is nice. You know, it's nice to see that they did do something different. I don't know if it's redone from the classic carded version, but at least from the original one, they are different. Posing him is still a lot of fun. You know, it's Wolverine. I don't know how I feel about the face he came with. It's a good, you know, it's good. It's nice. You know, it conveys his anger. You can see the teeth look really good. The gums around it look pretty good, though the wrinkles in front of them almost make it look kind of odd, in my opinion. The eyes look good. The black around it looks good. The black on the back right here that's painted, I think that is just like, wow, they added that. You know, it's in the back of the figure's head, and they added that black line. That's like, oh, cool. You guys actually paid money for something that most people aren't going to see or even notice. So good on you guys. I'm loving the shade of blue. I want to put that out there. I really love this dark blue that it has on the boots, on the gloves, and the metallic shiny blue on the shoulder pads here. I think it looks great. The X on the belt came out good. Paint wise, yeah, I love it. The only thing I would say that it's kind of common inaccurate, I'm trying to speak, aside from like the little face thingy that people are mad at, is the fact that it's not completely yellow. It's still a yellow, but it's like an orangey yellow or a darker yellow or something. From what I remember, you know, you can tell me if I'm wrong here, but from what I remember, his suit should be a brighter yellow. It's not bad. I do like it. I'm just saying that from what I know, it should be a little bit more yellow. If you wanted to swap the heads with these two figures, you can do it, but the pegs aren't the same size. So yeah, it'll fit, but it won't fit. You'll be stretching out the peg on this one, which kind of sucks, so be careful. And I actually don't know if it's the same like neck peg or if it's just the heads are a different size. Um, yeah, I like I said, I have this on here, but from what I've seen, they're pretty much the same, down to the boots, just with minor differences. But yeah. Anyways, let's move on to some size comparisons and wrap this video up. So here he is compared to his older version, which again, with the suit on and everything, I do apologize. You can't really tell what differences are. But like I said, the arms are different. The color is definitely a lot different, and the arms are completely different up to the shoulders, I want to say. So we're getting some variations in the mold, which is good. The head sculpt are obviously different. Like I said, if you want to switch them between the figures, you can, but just be aware, aside from the fact that you'll be stretching out this peg hole, that that's a darker yellow than the yellow on there, so it looks a little bit off, but it's doable if you want to do that. Next up, here he is next to the only other figure I've reviewed so far, which is Magneto. And you can see Magneto is definitely a good size taller than him, and so far, good wave. I'm still waiting on my Psylocke. GameStop, had it pre-ordered, but they haven't got it yet. And I'm not saying I'm impatient, but I definitely want that figure. So hopefully they get it soon, and I'll probably end up getting the rest of this wave, hopefully, because it's actually seeming like it's not the hardest wave to get. I'm a little surprised. I'm not saying that they're cheap or anything. You're still paying a little bit over $20 for each one, but I'm talking about Amazon, by the way. But $25 max for, I think, the figures each. Not bad at all, actually. And lastly, here he is next to the SH figure, Super Saiyan God Goku, and a Marvel Legends Cyclops. And you can see he is shorter than both of them. And I love this Cyclops. I love this version of Wolverine. Having both of them together is awesome. I'm hoping we get the Jim Lee Storm soon, since we did get the newer version. I'm sure they're going to retool her. I feel like we're going to get an Emma Frost at some point, because Typhoid Mary is wearing a corset, and well, Emma Frost is Emma Frost, and that's what she wears. So hopefully we're getting more X-Men, more of these kind of Jim Lee ones too. A Beast would be awesome. I'm sure he'll be a Build-A-Figure at some point. And I really want a Nightcrawler. There's so many different X-Men. So many that I need them. They need to come out. Though, don't be Walgreens exclusives. Kind of like Magic. I don't know why you guys are doing that. Kind of annoys me. A little bit hard to get. Anyways, moving on. Overall, this is a really good figure. He does have a really good amount of articulation, making him just as fun as he was the first time I bought him. And I'm not even upset that I kind of bought him twice. I was kind of on the fence a little bit when I decided to order him. I was planning on getting him anyway, just because I wanted him with the suit here. I was thinking, oh great, I'm buying the same figure twice. Just at least now he has shoulder pads, but at least the arms being completely different, the claws being reworked to be movable and stuff, definitely makes this a very good figure, and definitely worth buying again if you've already bought the brown suit Wolverine. If you already rebought him with the carded version, this is definitely, in my opinion, like the definitive version of Wolverine, and I highly recommend it. Biggest complaint is that he doesn't have an alternative head. That would have been nice to at least get the one that came with the retro packaged one where it's unmasked or something. I don't know if you can fit it on here. I'm sure you can, just like the other one, but will it stretch the peg or not? I can't say. So if you don't mind that, I'm sure you can get away with it. Aside from that, really not much else to say here other than, yeah, I recommend it. Again, he's going for a pretty good amount of price on Amazon consistently, so check there. Affiliate link down below if you guys want to see it. And not much else to say here other than I hope you guys enjoyed the review. If you did, hit the like button, comment down below, subscribe for more, and I will see you guys later. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.